Welcome to Fabulous Lake Tahoe, your local's guide to the very best of America's year-round playground. I'm Jack Durst, and I want to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day if you're coming at this video when it's first up, or tell you that the information in this video is not necessarily date specific if you're coming at it after Valentine's Day, so don't just click away because it's a Valentine's Day video. One of my longtime users, Something Just Ain't Right, who's been following my YouTube channel for about as long as I've had a YouTube channel, asked a really good question apropos of Valentine's Day, which is where do you take someone for a romantic weekend in Lake Tahoe? Because there are so many options that just on a walk between here at Ski Run and State Line, you can get all kind of great romantic ideas. Here at Ski Run, we have one of the best romantic ideas. You can go for a walk on the beach, which is free of charge. Ski Beach has some of the most beautiful views in Lake Tahoe, and it's not snowed in right now, and it probably won't be for the rest of this winter. Long romantic walk on the beach. You can take pictures. It's a beautiful photography spot. It's a lovely spot to just sit around and stare into somebody's eyes. If you want to go a little further into California, Commons Beach, which is where you drive past the lake going to South Lake Tahoe from State Line, also has a really good stroll where you can walk along the beach. Nobody's going to bother you. The beach is technically closed in the wintertime, but nobody enforces it, and nobody's going to bother you for walking along the beach in the middle of winter. One of the best things you can do is a boat ride. In the wintertime, there's not a lot of boats available on Lake Tahoe, but you can get some really good deals if you're clever about it. Tahoe has stuff for people of every conceivable persuasion, and one of the great deals you can get is for $59, you can get a ride on the Tahoe Queen right behind me up to the North Shore. You can see Truckee, North Star at Tahoe. You can get a package deal where you ski all day and get a ride on the Tahoe Queen both there and back. There's meals, there's drinks available, and it's a great, beautiful, romantic boat ride. They've got a glass-bottom boat. There's all sorts of things you can do. If you're not interested in going across the lake, you can catch the MS Dixie from Zephyr Cove, which does a tour around Lake Tahoe that is a little more shore-hugging, a little more scenery-oriented, and doesn't actually go anywhere. It's just a cruise. You can get a dinner cruise there. Now, I asked my Twitter followers, what would you do to take a girl out for Valentine's Day in South Lake Tahoe? One of the top selections was Tahoe Jason's post that said, take her for a carriage ride. We have these great carriage rides in Lake Tahoe. You can catch them in front of Embassy Suites at State Line, and you can get, for a very reasonable price, a carriage ride all the way around State Line in Lake Tahoe. When the prince and the princess in the fairy tale ride off in their carriage after they get married, they ride off in one of these white carriages with horses drawing it. Well, you, for a very reasonable price, can get a 30-minute carriage ride around State Line in Lake Tahoe and get it all to yourself. And if you're looking to get a bottle of fine wine or champagne that isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg, go to Dart Discount Liquor on the Nevada side. It's right at the bottom of Kingsbury Grade. You can get a very fine bottle of champagne that is essentially the same champagne you would get from the hotel concierge if you asked him, but you can get it at a much, much more reasonable price, and you get to make your own selection, unlike the hotel concierge who is just going to buy the most expensive bottle he can find. And as a bonus, there's a chocolate shop and a florist in the same center, so you can do all of your Valentine's Day shopping one stop. If you're looking for good places to do dinner in Lake Tahoe, romantic dinner with a lake view, one of the good places right here at Ski Run Marina is the Riva Grill. If you're looking for a good place to have a great lakeview dinner or lunch in Tahoe, the Riva Grill here at Ski Run Marina in Tahoe has very reasonable prices. You can dine with a lake view and good service. And it's a great place to have a romantic dinner or lunch in Tahoe. Good sunsets. You can watch the boats come or go any time of the day. Really good place to dine. If you're looking for something a little more expensive and a little more impressive, I would recommend you go to the top of Harrah's to Friday's Station at Harrah's. They have the best lake views. If you're planning on doing a sunset dinner in Tahoe, Friday Station is a really good place to do a sunset dinner because they have the most incredible sunset views of Lake Tahoe that you have ever seen, and they have incredible service there. They just wait on you hand and foot at Friday Station. You pay for the service, but the service is really, really good there. Other great options for things to do in Tahoe on a romantic weekend, all of the outdoor activities around are great for couples. There are great couple skiing deals on Valentine's Day weekend and pretty much all year long. Check out the websites of the local ski resorts if you're interested in getting a good 2-for-1 ski deal for Valentine's Day. If you're not into skiing, there's hiking, there's stand-up paddling, There is no shortage of things to do in Tahoe that are both inexpensive and expensive, depending on what your thing is. Other things you might be interested in checking out: there is a good art walk that you can do at the Crescent V Shopping Center. If shopping's your thing, be sure to check out Heavenly Village and the adjacent Crescent V Fashion Center, where there are all kind of different shopping for every conceivable taste. Tahoe Sports Ltd is a great shopping location for him, where he can find all kind of interesting products for skiing, outdoorsmanship, etc. And there's a bunch of great art galleries. You can meet the artists several days a week. On Valentine's weekend, there's going to be a Meet the Artist event at the John Paul Gallery. There are several other Meet the Artist events almost every other weekend in Tahoe. And the Crescent V Shopping Center, you can shop both for fashion and for menswear in the same shopping center. Also, don't forget Heavenly Village down the street, where there are a bunch of great shops. I would recommend Sealed with a Kiss if you're looking for a romantic shopping experience. They have both men's and women's fashions. There are so many great shops that you can just stroll through the Crescent V Shopping Center or through Heavenly Village, and you will find some shop that just about anyone will love. And after a long day of enjoying everything that Tahoe has to offer, you and your mate deserve to pamper yourselves. You guys should check out the Serenity Spa right here in Heavenly Village. They have really, really good massages. They have deals for couples. You can get a couples massage for $135, 55-minute massage, be totally pampered, really, really enjoy it. Of course, if you don't live in Tahoe, one of the big questions I always get is, where do you go to get accommodations? Well, it really depends on what you're looking for. If you want to be right in the middle of everything, go for one of the State Line casinos like Harvey's or Harrah's behind me. You can get a great Lakeview suite at Harvey's or Harrah's. Just call the reservation line and they'll be happy to hook you up with a suite with a lake view. Just ask. In terms of other places to stay, we have an embarrassment of riches in places to stay. If you're looking for the themed suite experience for your romantic weekend in Tahoe, one of the best places to do that is Fantasy Inn in Tahoe. It's right by Ski Run. It's got easy access to both Ski Run Marina and the Heavenly Ski Resort. And it has music in every room, chocolate on the pillows, and your choice of themes for the suites. It's a really romantic place to go. We also have a Secrets down by State Line if you can't get into Fantasy Inn on a holiday weekend. If you're looking for a themed suite experience where you can have an in-room spa and a nice room at a much lower price, I would recommend the Tahoe Chalet Inn, which is still walking distance to State Line and to the casinos, but is a lot less expensive than one of the hotel rooms here at the big hotels. There is an embarrassment of riches. Check your AAA guide or Tahoe.com for great places to stay in Tahoe for less. Also, if you're looking for entertainment, if you're in the mood for a show, there are all kind of shows in Tahoe for every conceivable musical taste. This Valentine's Day weekend, there aren't a lot of bands scheduled to play. There's going to be a Mexican-themed show at Moe's Place. If it's not Valentine's Day weekend anymore, go to my channel page, Fabulous Lake Tahoe on YouTube, and I will be glad to show you my latest concert report, which will tell you who's playing whatever month you happen to be in Lake Tahoe. So stay tuned to Fabulous Lake Tahoe. I want to thank all of the people who helped me. I want to thank Clark Vand and Tahoe Jason on Twitter for answering my question of things to include in this video. I also want to thank Something Just Ain't Right on YouTube. Check out his channel for me. He's been a longtime fan of my channel, and he really does a lot of great musical videos. So stay tuned to Fabulous Lake Tahoe for this and more events. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thank you, and keep Tahoe blue. Bye.